we held our entire discipline. It didn't matter whether I lost or won that trade. The most important thing is that, I was maybe at 1-to-1, almost 1-to-1. And I said I would come back and give you guys that update. But a lot happened since then. I, first of all, lost that trade. Boom, we're back. And it's the next day, Tuesday. And we have a trade. Sent this one out to the community again. It's another buy, long position that we're in on NAS. This is how it's looking. We're that much in profit, and let me show you the MT5. That's how it's looking. Not that much in profit. As y'all know, we decrease in the lot sizes, so the amount of profit does not matter. Following the strategy, holding the trades until they get to where my analysis says it will get to, where price action is giving us. And so this is the situation for right now. Looking at this chart, it's possible that I take profit at this area, 19,843. It's possible. I'm not saying that I will, because to be honest, this price action looks pretty bullish. We have impulsive bullish candles from the bottom here going all the way up. We closed with this fair value gap. Well, the next 10 seconds we'll know if we close with that fair value gap, and it would also be the first candle to close above this high. We wick above it, but we haven't closed above it as yet. So, well, this candle that just closed didn't close above it either. So let's see what happens with the next one. How did I put an alert here? Just gonna get to that point anyways. If we drop down to the 5-minute, see price action a little bit more clearer. I'll be honest, I don't like these little wicks, but let's see what price does. So my honest prediction is that it'll react off this area and then have a small retracement, but I'm still gonna hold it regardless. So as you know, I'm gonna pause the recording for right now and come back and give you that update once we get to any of our areas of interest. And we're back. It's a few hours after I last opened up the camera, but I've been doing a lot. Been on the road, been journaling, been editing, been live with the community as well. But that trade, I don't know what to tell you, bro. That trade went all the way up to TP, and I held on to my discipline because I closed it at TP, and when it retraced, I didn't give a fudge. So as you can see there on the chat, you really thought that I lost one? Nah, just messing with you, bro. We held our entire discipline. It didn't matter whether I lost or won that trade. The most important thing is that this is the 6th trade taken of the 30 trade sample size that I followed my rules. I remained disciplined. I saw it hit TP on TradingView and had to manually close one of the 2 positions that I had open on MT4. But I did it without any hesitation. Like, I didn't even second guess on like whether I wanted to hold this trade for a little bit more profit, what I wanted to see at a type of candle formation or it close a type of way. No. Got to my area and I was out. Well, I could tell you, bro, I can't. Hey, this feels so much better. I don't know. Everybody get their own personal preference. Some persons might like the craziness of the 1-minute chart, the volatility, being in trades, just spending hours behind the charts, watching the charts move, being in and out of trades. And that's fine if that's you. I don't like the way my heart is beating fast when I'm in these trades. I don't like how I'm overthinking. I don't like how my body's trembling when the place warm, you know, like if I'm cold or something. I don't like these things. And sadly, that happens when I'm in trades sometimes. When I over leverage, I feel anxious. I feel like, you know, my body's trembling. I want to keep looking at the charts. I can't be off of the charts. I overtrade, then I don't have the time to myself. I find myself glued to the charts, just like if I over leverage, I'm going to want to see my money that I over leverage. And if I'm over trading, then I'm going to be there. I'm going to want to see the outcome of the different trades that I'm taking. But now it's like I'm just going to place a trade. I'm just going to do the task that I have to do. And then I'm just going to repeat. And so far, it's been much easier than the randomness of trying to catch a trade every day, trying to catch a big move. You know, just do these one set of things and that's it. Because, look, I'm out of this trade. I exited exactly once it got to our TP. So let me just zoom in a little bit. Directly at TP, not a pip beyond that. And in the history, I made $55 today. Not bad, but hey, it's the third consecutive day. So the account is up, but it doesn't matter because this is just the 6th trade on that 30 trade sample. It's possible that the next 3 trades that I take, I can lose. But with the way I'm managing my risk right now, I don't even think that 3 trades from now, I'll be on the 10K again. We just so accustomed in this space with things running fast, with things just moving, you know, with things moving in one clear direction, one clear, obvious direction. It's either you're winning big or you're losing big. There is no slow and steady growth. There is no possible doing the right thing until you get there. But I don't know. Let me see. Let me see how far this goes. I can't judge for right now. I could just be going through a very good period, you know, a winning streak, which I doubt. I don't see it as a winning streak, to be honest, because I started this sample size with 3 losses, so I don't see it as a winning streak. But I could be in some nice time and then when times get up harder than this, I say something else. So I'm glad that I'm recording the emotion. I'm glad that I'm recording how I feel, what I'm saying, and if it changes, then I might be able to pinpoint why it changes and whether that's something I want to change or not. So this is it. This is the situation. It's only Tuesday in the week and I'm done trading for the day. That one trade is all that I needed. No reason to do a trade breakdown. It's literally the same thing over and over. I'm not looking for anything new. What I did yesterday is what I did the week before and the month before that and the year before that and what I'm going to do 10 years after this. Hopefully it remains the same, more or less. But that's gonna be it for this video. Well, at least for today's video. I'm gonna continue this video tomorrow, where I'll probably end the video so we can have 2 videos for the week in the life of a full-time day trader from the Caribbean. So we made $50 today, and that's it. I don't want to keep rambling on for no purpose at all. So gonna close it off here. Catch you tomorrow. We're back. It's currently Wednesday. I almost forgot what day it is. And it's 12:55 in the PM. A little bit later than when I usually look for trades. But I didn't find any setups this morning. Like, we had some bearish price action since this morning, to be honest. Since the day started, we've been heading to the downside. And at 9:30, I didn't see enough confirmation. Like, we didn't actually sweep this liquidity here, so I was just waiting for that, and we had all this price action. I was just watching the price, and finally we swept that low. We had a small internal high that's on the 5-minute, not so clear on the 15-minute, but it's here just before this low that took the liquidity got broken, and then we wicked above it, closed below the low that was formed before we wicked above it. Then we ended up having some sideways movement for a little while and then pushed back up. I entered the trade once I saw the break basically above this high, or this one right here if you want to class it. It's not that. Let me zoom in, because whole time attacking, and sorry, I could have taken it above this high, but I just wanted to see proper confirmation, because once we got up here we just wicked. But that still showed some type of signs that maybe we want to either take liquidity to the upside, or maybe just have further push to the upside. But when we go out to the larger time frames, we're still overall bullish. We took this liquidity that I was watching at on the hourly as well, and the candle failed to close below it. It closed as a doji or pin bar basically, and or a hammer, or whatever you might choose to call this candle, this type of candle. And here is the next hourly candle that has 2 more minutes remaining. It's almost a full bullish candle with a large wick to the bottom, so that's kind of a good signal. We're at an area of interest, and these are the shapes of the candle. So let's see, it's possible that we go further than this 10 a.m. candles high. We might take out liquidity for yesterday, Tuesday, or maybe all the way back to Friday, because as you notice, we are in a bullish trend, but we have been creating lower highs from last Friday to now. So that was up until we got below this point here yesterday, which was Thursday's low. So we did take liquidity into the downside. So it's possible that the price moves all the way up from this one. Nevertheless, I opened this trade and sent it out to the community as well. I have 2 positions open and 1 buy limit at the bottom. I don't know if price is gonna get there, but if we push up and have any type of retracement, even if I could have a 3rd position a bit higher, I'll enter that, as long as I see a higher position where I can anchor my stop loss as well, because I don't want to take on all that risk from all the way at the top here. But if not, I'm just gonna hold it. If we don't get any retracement, it's just gonna be those 2 positions. For this trade, I am also only risking $18 and $14. So not that much risk, to be honest. $32 risk. So I could do with another position for about $18 risk. So let's see, if I get a retracement, then this other one for $12 would be enough. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to pause the recording for right now and come back and give you guys that update once we get to any of our areas of interest. And we're back. I honestly don't know how to tell y'all this. A lot happened today. One thing that I'm not so proud of, but then again, it's kind of arguable, if you could say that, I could dispute it. And another thing that I kind of am not so happy about, but it can also be disputed. So let me get right into it right now. So the last time we spoke, I was up in profit. It was a long position on NAS, and I was maybe at 1-to-1, almost 1-to-1, and I said I would come back and give you guys that update. But a lot happened since then. I first of all lost that trade, as you can see there on this screen. I then entered another trade, so that was the 2nd trade for the day. I'm sure you're already aware where I'm going with this. And then I lost that trade, so that was my 2 trade per day rule. But something to take into account that makes it arguable is the fact that I also started documenting my risks. So my maximum risk per trade, or my maximum risk per day, is 1%. And I had 2 trades already for the day, but I was seeing a possible entry. What I considered was the fact that both trades for the day, I was risking a total of 0.6%. So it wasn't that bad, and I still had 0.4% of risk to take. So I entered one position on this current trade that you're seeing that like just hit TP like literally 15 minutes or half an hour ago. This buy position almost also stopped me out. So it would have been 3 losses, and I thought we were just consolidating, which we were consolidating. But the whole thing is I placed 2 buy stops above this high right here. So, sorry, this high right here and 1 right here. So I was in 1 position and 2 other positions on the way up. And this 1 candle here, it's not even a 5-minute. It's like 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, it just went all the way up, and I manually closed that trade on MT5. Here's the second thing that is disputable that I am not so proud of. So when we open up the chart, as you can see, the history is the other thing that I am not so proud of. But you might be saying I ended the day positive. I closed with $20.52 in profit for the day. So the account balance is slightly up to where it was. I am now slightly above 1% in profit on the 10K challenge. Even though I did not break that 1% rule, I was not happy with the fact that I placed 3 trades instead of 2. So I wasn't happy that I placed 3 trades instead of 2 trades, and I'm not happy with the history of the charts, how many trades that I took, even though it was still just under 1%, because 2 of these positions that I last placed were all, straight in profit. So I had intentions of bringing them stop loss to break even, but let's be realistic. If the price got up there and tagged me in, I would, give it the normal risk. So today would have eventually been over 1% risk. So that's another thing that I ain't too proud of, which kind of coincides with the other 2 facts of today. But I'm journaling every single swollen thing. This was a crazy candle, to be honest. I was not expecting it. I already kind of accepted this third loss and was now about to open the camera to fill you guys in on what I did, the nonsense that I did, and it kind of played out to the benefit of the P&L of the account, but not, I believe, to my psychology. So I just want to come on here and say it on recorded footage that I'm saying this, but tomorrow I'm not trading. I'm not trading on Thursday. That's going to be the 8th of May. I'm just going to take a break from the market and analyze what happened, analyze my behavior, analyze my emotions, analyze the trades that I took, and try to not make this repeat, because this kind of threw me off with the 30 trade sample, because the first one was supposed to be like the 7th or 8th trade. So this is 3 trades. So now we had 9 trades. We ended the day positive. I only made $20 and I'm good with that. I could have held it for longer, but I closed it almost at the top. And it's really, I don't feel as good as I usually would feel if I had a winning day. I feel like I did something wrong and I got lucky. And I don't want to feel like I got lucky. I want to feel like I understand why I'm winning or why I'm losing. So it is weird. This is really and truly not the way I was preparing myself to come and end the video, or end off this part of the video, because it's Wednesday. I'm sweating like a backside and the fan there on is wild. Anywho, that's gonna be it for today's video, so I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. By the way, if you already made it this far in the video, do your brethren a solid and drop a like or subscribe, because we got a lot more content coming your way. This is the full journey, unscripted, unedited. I mean, besides it cuts every now and again when I get background noise or me fumbling on the video, but Yeah, for the most part, this is the raw thing. Sometimes it's unpredictable, and sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not in your favor, and sometimes that is beneficial or negative for your psychology. But catch you out tomorrow.